did you know goldenrod makes an excellent tea?
Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday, dear Aaron.
Me.
You are a sad, strange little man, and you have my pity.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Tomic's veteran of the comic book industry for 30 years. I'm a writer, I'm an artist, and this sucks.
Tonight's episode, Final Burial.
Don't start! We haven't left yet!
Oh, there he is. Hey, that's just that's all acting, folks. You know, that was not
The
real.
warm up. Yeah.
Hey, welcome everybody. It's Aaron Live. This is July 16th,
somewhere in
2023. I'm Aaron. This is
It's
Shelley
late.
Showtime.
Hi.
What?
It's really, I don't know. I just didn't feel like it was the 16th yet.
I know.
Even though I
it's
wrote the
halfway
date this
through the
morning.
month. Halfway through the month.
But
it's crazy.
wow.
It's insane.
Wow. Like it's my birthday almost.
It is. Shelley, of course, will be
Awesome.
celebrating her birthday on the 20th while I'm in San Diego. So we'll be doing a...
I'll be celebrating because he's out of here. Ooh. Making all that monies, making it rain, whatever.
Let's hope. Yeah, so I guess we'll be doing some sort of celebration when I return.
Yeah. Once you've had so many, it's like, quit counting.
That's an excuse for cake, though. Although we just watching
Maybe I'll
this
have
thing
two
on-
birthdays then.
No, we just watched. You just watched this thing on Netflix, like on sugar
No,
and stuff.
it's on Prime documentary.
Mhm.
You guys know how I love those. So let me find it. Okay. I know my stuff.
Oh, you know your stuff.
Like I taught aerobics for 20 years.
no one's
I've
going to question your stuff.
managed a health club, and I even got new info out of it, which was amazing. It is called something.
Something. So if you look
Oh,
under
it's not Jack Ryan.
no, Jack Ryan.
Beyond Weight Loss.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes.
I highly recommend it.
Tells you how to properly read the label on a product
They're
that you
just
might.
big
food product you might buy.
liars.
Yeah, everybody is.
Liar, pants on fires.
It's terrible.
Liars.
But speaking
You
of
think
liars,
you're making good choices, and they're just as crappy choices as if you had made none at all.
that's right.
Does that make sense?
Right.
Yeah.
Sure. Let's address the chat.
Yeah, that's my soapbox of the day. Hi, chat.
Not that I was referring to the chat as being liars or anything like that. They speak only the truth.
Oh no, right. As far as we know.
Except when they're not telling the truth. And we'll
As far
find
as we
out.
know.
Leg Kick is here because Leg Kick is almost always here. And of course, he's the first one in.
Yay.
You know what you get for that?
Nothing.
But thanks for joining
But
us. We
enjoy it
appreciate
anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unhinged is back, spreading love wherever he goes, or
Mhm.
she goes. I assume, I don't know.
We don't know.
Stippling Vaughn says,
Good idea.
Shelley, make sure you have all of Aaron's passwords so you can stream like crazy and hop on as many shows as possible
That'd
while
be
he's
fun.
gone. Of course, Stipling's referring to San Diego, which I will be leaving Tuesday
Yes.
evening. And
Tuesday evening?
will not return till Sunday evening.
Oh, I thought you were leaving Tuesday morning. Not that it matters.
Well, Tuesday
Not that
afternoon.
my day changes at all, but
Tuesday afternoon.
gotcha.
Plane leaves at like 6-ish,
So you leave here about noon
3-ish.
just to make sure.
Yeah, well, you know how I am.
He's missed way too many flights.
Yeah, you know I am. Creative Faye is here.
Hi.
Hi, Mr. Mustard and Ketchup. How are you? She's referring to me because I wore my yellow Star Trek shirt and a red Nebraska cap one time on Comics Hate Kings, and I look like condiments. But not anymore. I've learned my fashion lesson. 80s made consumers here. How about that?
Yo.
Pastmaster Dan says, why stop at 5? You have 2 hands. Of course, he's talking about the top 5 list today.
Oh, gotcha.
Which is going to be the top 5 worst films I've ever seen.
Oh, easy.
What is that dog eating?
Husker.
Get out of it. He's chewing on the wheel of my brand new carry-on bag.
How many carry-on bags do you think you've gone through? It's been full of art everywhere you go.
5, probably.
At least.
They keep getting broken. Probably because they're too heavy when I put all that weight in them.
Mm-hmm.
And then it...
Got some torquage happening.
And then it eventually, breaks the old handle. Okay, Bill Maxwell's here. Dan, the pizza man, Genovese, is here. We just had pizza the other night. Some Nonna Amelia's, really thick, kind of bready.
Yep.
Love it, though. Citizen Ronan is here. Eric the Guapo says, happy birthday, Benjamin Franklin, greatest president of the USA ever had. Paul Taylor's not going to be joining us today because he has friends that he likes better than us. But that's okay. I understand.
That's all right. It's legal.
We'll get over it. We'll get over it.
Geek didn't think you were showing today. It's next weekend because you'll be.
Yeah, Geek.
We could do a late night one when you get back, exhausted and
be
stinky
really freaking late by the time I get back. Glitch providing humor for the show today. How do you make 7 even? You take away the S, of course.
Oh, math joke I didn't know.
Geek says, if you never ordered anything from Mr. Lepresti, of course referring to me, that's very respectful. Mr. Thank you. Let me tell you about good guy Aaron and his short turnaround time on books that he makes. It's true.
Oh, thanks.
I ship immediately because I'm very
he gets very anxious.
Type A
to get
because I'm afraid if I don't do it immediately, I'll somehow forget, and so I just do it immediately.
When your Visa bill comes, you won't be forgetting.
That's one thing I don't do immediately is pay bills. I push those off as far
I know, there's a pile of them over there.
Yeah, well. Okay, Randy Howell, all the way from Canada, is here. Let's see, who else? Jeff Potts. Where is Aaron Outrage? I am right here. You can calm your outrage.
Well, you were a little bit
late.
It'll be
fine. We were
a minute or two.
Shelley burned our daughter's pants.
Can you hear that? Can you hear that?
Did you burn your daughter's pants?
I did.
Okay. So
we were putting patches on the inside, and it says to hold it like for 45, 50 seconds. Yeah.
The iron on
and
the
I was
patch.
like, that's way too long. And so I did even half of that, and it still left. But they were really, really thin jeans. And she wasn't patching them. I thought she just didn't like the hole. But as the hole's getting bigger, so you put patches on the ends so it won't continue.
Oh, so she wasn't covering up the hole. She was keeping the hole from getting bigger. And in the process, burned her pants.
I did.
So literally,
not the first time.
Liar, liar, pants on fire.
Last time I burned a pair of pants, they were her solo pants.
Oh, so you've done this. You've done this before.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm such a good mom. Can you hear this though? No.
Can I hear what?
My jaw. Oh, my TMJ's been horrible. It's just clicking. Complain, whine.
I can't hear anything. You know why? Because I was rocking out last night.
Oh my gosh, hysterical.
Okay, so here's the deal.
Sorry, every time I do that, I gotta pop it.
I go around the neighborhood house here and say, let me try that again. I go around the house in our neighborhood. That doesn't even make sense. I was trying to say that there's like multiple communities within our home because we have so many personalities here that I have to go and check with everyone to see what everybody wants for dinner. And we've been working in the garage all day, and I hadn't prepared anything to cook.
Which I was so appreciative because you know what I did? I slept all day.
Well, that's good. So because when you sleep on Saturdays, you're here on Sundays.
And I'm better for Sundays. Yeah, it's true.
So everybody says, okay, let's get Chinese. I said, okay. So I drive downtown, this downtown area where we live, and the road's blocked off.
Well.
And then Samantha, my daughter, and I realized that, oh my gosh, what are all these tents up here? Wait a minute. Is there food in those tents? And there was. And we're like, we could have gone to this like food fair or whatever it was. Instead, we already ordered Chinese food. So we had to drive around to get to the, and as we get to the restaurant, which is on the other side of all the tents, we see that there's like stages set up and there's like rock bands
playing.
The
Tired Music Festival.
Yeah. And so we're like, oh my gosh. So we get the Chinese food, run back home, eat super fast, then go and for the last 2 hours of the show, which is when it's really
Hilarious.
rocking.
Yeah.
So that's when the main stage comes online, and they had a group,
Who
local
was
group, Johnny Limbo,
in the lug nuts?
that has been around since I was in high school, and
They looked it.
they're still rocking. So we went out there, and Samantha dragged me out there, and we danced
So funny.
for
They
like
even
2
made
hours.
the videos that were on Facebook.
I'm old, and I should not be out there trying to boogie for 2 straight hours, but I did, and now I can't walk.
It was
But
because they kept
we had a
sending
good
me
time.
videos, and I was so jealous because like I can barely walk. Yesterday, no, Friday I couldn't walk. Anyway, and I'm like, oh, they're having so much fun, and I'm such a loser.
Well, we didn't say that. No, it was just you were
I did.
hurt,
That was
so
me.
you couldn't do it. Okay, so anyway, that's a long story that really took us nowhere.
So maybe I'll have to post a little.
Yeah,
videos.
Marcus Killigrew's here. How about that? Toshiro, who bought the Uncle Sam beating up Hitler,
Nice.
paying for my auction. You guys that bought stuff in the auction, by the way, that's going out tomorrow. So,
No
Brian
waiting
Norton,
here.
all the way from is he in Japan? I think he's in
I'm
Japan.
not sure.
I think he
You
is.
can tell us, bro.
Well, he did. Now I forgot, but I think it's
Okay.
Japan. Tarks9, all the way from Canada as well, is here.
Says hi to me as
There's
well,
Wiley
thank you.
Draws.
Jeffrey, Marcus,
Let's
Squeakers.
see, Eric and
Squeaky's
Boyd.
here.
Squeaky,
Paul.
of course. Paul Brillard, of course, he's our resident
Engineer.
engineer,
Mhm.
and I almost said resident biologist, but that would be
That's the other guy that's
yeah.
not
He
here.
just left. I just feel bad.
We're all gonna be dumb now.
Yeah. A lot
Yay,
of
Shelley thinks it is sin. That's awfully nice.
Yay.
Yay, oh
he did it twice.
yeah.
Citizen
Great to
Ronan
see you,
did
Shelley.
it.
Thank you.
Look
It's
at
good to
that.
be vertical.
Thank you, Frankie is here.
Yeah.
Ruby,
Good to see you.
Jade,
Sweets, thanks.
90.
You guys are so sweet.
Everybody, they're sweet to you anyway.
Well,
The Geek Easy is here because he said I'm here, so I believe him. I don't think he would lie about something like
Pastor
that.
Dan's daughter's same birthday.
His daughter's birthday,
That's
right. How about
nice.
that?
So I've always had to share my birthday with my twin, so now I can share it with her.
Oh,
Mark, I don't think so.
Ken Jackman says, Aaron Lepresti, greetings and salutations from Vallejo,
Vallejo.
California. Been there.
Um,
Mark, what does Mark have to say? Is Shelley solo next week, please? Oh, boy. Who do you think does
I'm
all the
just the
prep
side-
work for this show?
Oh, yeah,
She just shows up. She
yeah.
just shows up, puts on a little powder, and there she is. She's ready to
a
go.
lot of it. In a boxing match, I've been known to, in my younger days,
Yeah.
duke it up a little bit,
She'd a few cat fights. She was
which
in.
is, why I'm the perfect physical specimen I am today. All those dumb things I did.
Body pays for it.
Oh my
back
gosh.
end.
Seriously, if I knew I was going to live this long, I don't know. That's my dad's thing. He used to say.
Randy from Canada says, one day our favorite curmudgeon Aaron will take his rightful place next to Statler and Waldorf on the balcony.
We should Photoshop you in there.
No, you know what I'm going to
That would
do
be
is I'm
funny.
going to shoot
What?
Randy right up to the balcony. There we go.
See ya.
See you later. Sequential Treasures is here. How about that? If The Spirit
Hey.
isn't on the list of top 5 worst films, then I'm calling shenanigans. But the rule is I have to have seen it. I have to had to sit through it.
Oh, I gotcha.
So, and I have not seen more than a couple scenes of the Spirit, so therefore it did not qualify.
Oh, we got some food. I'm telling you guys,
Processed food.
another
Shelley.
thing I learned is that I don't know why this is new to me. Your body can only process so many calories at a time. So even if you're eating well, but you eat too many calories, it's going to be stored as fat. And I'm like,
we should just stop eating. It just gets too complicated.
well, then you're not feeding your metabolism. So then, yeah, I'm just like, my head is exploding. I could probably process like 4 calories, and the rest is just gonna
really
go right to my butt.
Let's see. Oh, there's Brian Rogers. He
My butt.
might or might not be related to us.
turd brain.
These are nice, Brian. Brian wishes he had.
Seriously,
This is the Brooklyn Hat Company, isn't it?
I got him at what
Yeah.
is that, Men's Warehouse or something?
Was that where you got?
No, where'd you get your suit for the wedding?
Brooklyn Hatch.
Yeah.
I don't know. Men's Warehouse.
Okay.
Yeah, where kids are king.
Oh
I
wow,
don't know if that's really true.
you guys are.
I can
When
see
you're
the white
dancing.
man overbite Aaron when you were dancing, and I was too busy counting my steps so that I was.
You
sure I
actually
stayed
did.
on
You
beat.
didn't embarrass yourself, from what I saw.
No, I was on beat probably 85% of the time, which is a miracle for me. And I was way better than any other dude out there. So, and I was also the youngest.
I was gonna
dude
say
out
you're
there.
the youngest one too. That's funny.
Jeff Potts wants to know if there's any video available. Is it available for sale? If I could monetize it, I would.
I just might while you're gone.
Citizen Rowan says, I just eat donuts. It's got eggs, milk, etc.
Right.
There you go.
All the food groups.
Yeah.
Earthquake
exactly.
Ethels. Yeah.
Eric says, it isn't the calories, it's what you eat. I would suggest checking out Dr. Ken Berry, Dr. Jason Fung for the best info. They've helped me with weight loss and eat better. Just my opinion.
Seriously, though,
Thank you
check
so much.
out that documentary. It was, wow.
There's Christina.
Hey, Christina.
Lord Liam the Fourth is here.
Hey,
Repairman Jack just showed up. How about that? Howdy, Aaron and Shelley on a Sunday. Thank you for joining us. Okay. Oh, and some guy right there. Aaron was doing the robot. I tried, but it was
no,
it was more like the Rubber Band Man. But Brian, of course, harking back to memories of Earthquake Ethels, which is the disco dance place that was in Beaverton, Oregon, back in the day when we were in high school.
Well, okay, so it was. What was your favorite one? I know Sammy sent me a couple of videos of the songs. They do mostly like.
She made me dance to practically everything. I was exhausted.
Yeah.
And it was hot too. It was like over 80 degrees, and I'm out there blue. And at 9 o'clock at night, it was over 80 degrees. It was warm.
Yeah.
I don't know. She did. I don't know. There was a lot of good stuff. You know, Johnny Limbo. They play everything. So there was a lot of good stuff in there.
Well, let's see.
Great.
Here's
let's
see if I can show that photo. That was one I got sent. And I'm like, they're having so much fun.
Yeah.
And
I'm the one with the bald one with the beard.
What was the password at Earthquake Ethels?
Oh, that's right. Wasn't there a password you had to do to get in there?
I'm not sure I've ever been there.
You never went to Earthquake Ethels?
It was too cool.
You were too cool. Jeez.
I don't know. Did I?
Disco. What are you asking me for? I didn't know you back then.
Sure.
That was before me.
Yeah. All right. What you got on? What are we doing for snacks?
Well, no, we got to do public service announcements first, because it's very important that you guys like and subscribe to this channel, even if it's against,
that you can protect others.
That's right. Even if it's against your will, please like and subscribe to this channel. Missed
So
it.
close again.
It was just off a little bit there. Woo! So yeah, though, you know, they tell me that the more that you like the channel, that then YouTube sends out notifications for other people to watch it.
And then you might show up on someone's feed as maybe.
So that's
and
how
then
you
they look
can
at
help
it and they
us.
go, no.
And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do that, because we are, when I do this, I mean like so close to 3,000 subs.
Really? Good
Which
job.
doesn't, you know, Samantha and I were just watching some dude that he's got like 4.3 million something. So 3,000
really
is, you know, in the, you know, the smaller, you know, realm of things, but it's, you know, means something to me.
Hey, is that the new one? The second one Sammy did?
Yeah.
Let's see. Show everybody.
Yeah, she cut me out a rubber stamp that I could stick on to the packages that
Sammy did that. You know, she just, it's like I watch you draw and I just go, oh, so you're just going to do that.
Yeah.
Same thing with her. Oh, I'm going to make that. I guess they did them at school too.
Let's do something. You know, speaking of, we were out dancing at the thing.
The thing.
But they did have food there, and it was kind of like a fair and intense. And I did buy some stuff, and I'm going to share that with you guys after this important announcement.
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
We're just too lazy now. We can't even.
I know it's like
There it is.
All right.
And what do you have, Mr. Lopresti?
Okay, so this dude, this is a slice of pumpkin spice bread.
It's not even October.
And I cut it in two, so there's one for each of us.
Oh, that's so nice.
There you go.
Ooh, I love it when they're like kind of squishy.
Oh,
like
yeah, it's nice. Now,
moist, even though I hate that word.
The guy was had a little trouble with his square, didn't really know how to use it.
So you helped him?
No, because he wasn't using a reader. He had like something like a new. I'm still on the old reader. And so
was it like a stand-up kind of a thingy?
No, it was just like, what do you call an app? That's what you call an app. You download it on the phone, right, for Square. Then no longer needs a reader, and this little thing comes up, and you just tap the card. I still have the reader.
Reader.
So he had to go get his wife to help him. I said, buddy, been there, done that. So, isn't that good? It's pretty good, isn't it? There you go. Pumpkin spice bread from the music fest that we went to yesterday.
Nice.
Marvelous. Shelley and Aaron.
Yay. Thank
Mhm.
you. So nice to have been missed.
Paul's got to run some errands. It is Sunday afternoon, so thank you for joining us.
I understand.
And, we'll see you later.
Should we go back to later? Because when the weather's nice and everybody's, getting stuff done.
Well, we started streaming earlier because Ethan and Shane were always like streaming over the top of us on Sunday evening. So we thought we'll start earlier and that way we'll avoid them. So it seems to be working out.
No, wait, past Mr. Dan, I make the best pumpkin bread and banana bread. I'm a baker. I'm not much of a cook.
Yeah, I'm the cook. She's the baker.
Yeah. And then
all we need is a
Sam needs
candlestick.
the candles.
Say all we need is a candlestick maker.
maker.
We got it covered.
No walnut. No.
No,
Christmas.
don't put
Don't put
walnuts in
walnut.
crap. No walnut. Why do you put walnuts in anything? Walnuts ruin everything. It's like people make brownies, they put walnuts in there.
Or when they make fudge and they put raisins in it.
Oh no, wait a minute. I like that.
That is disgusting.
Chocolate covered raisins. Any way you can. It's like
disgusting.
Raisinets. No, you're wrong. You just don't put walnuts in there. You can put almonds. I like almonds in some stuff, but walnuts, I just
Raisins in it's just a. That's a no-no in my book.
What are you? Delicious things to eat. The popcorn can't be beat. The sparkling drinks are just dandy. The chocolate bars and candy. That sounds like a little song.
Yeah.
Must be.
Yeah. Very catchy.
See now here we go. We
Well,
started the food
tomorrow,
conversation.
then
Banana bread.
I'm making banana bread cookies.
Oh my gosh! Look at
This morning.
because walnuts are fantastic. Oh.
So this morning I was up at 4, as I like to do because I rarely sleep unless I sleep all day.
Squeaky,
Right, Squeaky.
No,
I'm telling
Squeaky,
you.
What are you
I'm
doing?
telling
You're supposed to be on my
Okay,
side on this.
I'm telling the story.
Okay, I'm sorry.
So I'm up at 4. Finally by 6:30 I go, bag it, get up. So I get coffee and then I think, well, I was gonna make these breakfast bars. Might as well make them now. And so everybody woke up with this delicious smell through the house. And they turned out horrific.
They weren't horrible. They just
That's very disappointing.
weren't
Well,
as
I'm trying
flavorful as
this
you might
lady's
expect.
recipes. And so when I make my changes for the better, I'm sure they'll be really good. But I've been, you
can't follow
like,
recipes. You got to cook
you guys ever do like
instinctually.
the bulk cooking, make one for dinner, make an extra, so put it in the freezer. That's what I'm
bulking.
trying to
She's
do.
bulking up.
Well, that's another whole problem. But yeah.
Uh,
So I've already cooked, cleaned the downstairs.
Raisins or geriatric grapes? Okay, first of all, you
Yes.
spelled everything except grapes wrong. But other than that,
Other than that,
I
you're
will
right on.
say, pardon me, I was
You could put bacon.
I
you
was
can
a
put bacon
raisinette.
in anything.
I was eating
Squeaks.
raisinets when I was a kid. So, they're not great. Raisins are not geriatric food. I mean, they are now because I'm geriatric, but I was eating them before I was geriatric. So, there we go. Stippling Vaughn is not on board with walnuts.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
But
Good for him.
what?
Um,
Oh, that's so funny. Now we're all like fighting over.
I know. You can put bacon in fudge though.
You put bacon in anything.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So
now
do
hang on.
but yeah. Can I tell my other thing?
Please do.
Oh boy, I cooked a lot this week. So I was trying to do all these breakfast things. So like Sammy could take him to college and actually eat something good for breakfast. He could take some to San Diego so that he's not spending a bunch of money on food.
Yeah.
So anyway, one recipe, I thought, well, I'm going to make a lot of it because this sounds good. I cooked 6 pounds of bacon in one day. The house smelled delicious. That was
the day that we were
Tuesday?
doing. Yeah, we were doing Graybeards because I was
Wednesday
I was
then, yeah.
starving and I kept smelling bacon and I was like, "Where's that bacon coming from?"
it's hallucinating. He didn't know I was.
I didn't
anyway,
know she
so it
cooking
was
bacon.
basically an egg, cheese, and bacon sandwich, except the sandwich was pancake stuff.
That was pretty good.
Those
Those were
were
good.
good. Those were
I
good.
still
A lot of
I'm-
bacon in there.
I'm more of a sausage guy than I'm a bacon guy, so I like the little sausage McMuffin things you
I made
make.
little bagels
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, those were
egg
good.
and cheese and
And also
little
that
sausage.
casserole with sausage on the
oh,
bottom.
that was so good.
So it's sausage, scrambled eggs, cheese, and then tater tots on the top of it, right? And you
Mhm.
cook it. That was
It
amazing.
was delish.
That was amazing.
But they're all like this other lady's recipes that I'm
Speaking
Anyway.
of high carb
deliciousness.
deliciousness, yeah, boy, that was no, those were it was really good. It
Oh, it
was
had
really
egg.
really good. But you know what
And
else is
sausage.
really good?
Tell me. Nice segue.
Well, the other things that are really good are Wraith of God Blood Hunters, and that just
There
by
ya-
chance is
well
a
done.
campaign that happens to be live right now. But the fun thing about this is,
Tell me.
let me tell you all about the fun. The fun is that I have 7 pages to go on this.
Oh, baby.
So let me just kind of paint you a picture if I can.
Okay, paint.
There's a 53-page Wraith of God story in this.
Okay.
It's penciled, inked. It's at the colorist. I think he's got less than 9 pages to go in the color to
Wow,
be done.
nice.
There's a 15-page nightclub story in it.
Yes.
And our own Kelsey Shannon is, of course, coloring that. Now, those are all penciled, inked, and Kelsey has all those pages, and he's almost done.
Wow.
Then we have a 16-page Garbage Man story in there,
Wow.
which is now penciled and inked and in the hands of our colorist, Mr. Dan Lawless. And he's working feverishly to finish that.
They're having a great time, he says.
That's what everybody says. Just they're having a great time. So,
of course.
And then there's 8 pages of Kit Carter that are already penciled, inked, colored, and lettered. So I got 7 more pages to go of Kit Carter. And then the book is done. The 100-page extravaganza that is Wraith of God Blood Hunters will be done.
Good.
Before you know it. So you guys get in there if you haven't backed
yet. It was never going to happen.
You've been back. Do it because,
yep.
Believe it or not, it'll be done before you know it, and then it'll be too late.
Yep.
And so
let's see what
there's
else.
All sorts of good things in there. So
what else? We got hats. We got shot glasses. We got
shot glasses, which brings me to
t-shirts. We got those.
Yeah, but those are all leftover at this point, so you can still get them. Whatever I left from San Diego.
Right. True.
Here's some stretch goals. You get a Kit Carter card colored by one of the top colorists in the industry. I took his name off there for the time being. Of course, Dan Lawless's awesome. Wraith of God card you get for free. Adam Miller, of course, who won our contest. He'll be appearing in the book as a big pinup. That'll be really cool in there. You have 4 cover options. You got the Biz cover.
Just hanging right over there.
The original is. The wraparound cover, which is hanging up back behind us right over there. You've got the Tales of Suspense tribute cover. You've also got the Tomb of Dracula #1 tribute cover. So lots of cover options.
Oh my gosh, I don't know how you can choose. I guess
you get them all. That's what I would do. See
what we did there?
The book is in full color. Here's some Garbage Man pages that our own Dan Lawless have colored. There's some black and white that have not been colored yet.
I think at some point we just need to do all black and white.
I am going to do. What I'm going to do is
you guys think so?
When I do omnibus, when I'm after Wraith of God 5, I will release a black and white omnibus.
Wraith of God 5?
Yeah.
Planning ahead, folks.
Well, Wraith
stick around apparently.
Well, yeah, Wraith of God 3. Oh, here's the nightclub story. This is being colored by our good friend Kelsey Shannon. And of course, there's a little sample of what Kit Carter might look like. In fact, this is exactly what it'll look like because you'll see this in the book.
Yep.
And you can get that. That's a print of Garbage Man beating up pumpkin-headed things. You can get the Wraith of God Roughs Volume 2.
You just got stuff, man.
Volume 1, of course, is sold out.
Yes.
And they're signed and numbered limited edition. It's kind of a behind-the-scenes look at how
because you had
the pages and
the
stuff.
Rough to get #1. You could have got it on the Second Chance campaign.
That's right. There was a few left, and some people snagged them up. Of course, there's the Phil Diaz card that comes with if you were to sign up early, and if you didn't, you can still get it for $5.
$5.
So yeah, and there's all that kind of good stuff. There's a bunch of stretch goals.
Wow,
Esther, Queen of Hearts playing card, the Garbage Man trading card.
Guys, he's just been like coming up with
all sorts of stuff.
Yep,
all sorts of things and stuff.
Looking up stuff.
Are you going to demonstrate the use of?
I forgot about that. I still have, and I have to. I can't find the piece of paper where I had the. Could you? Oh, you can't pull it up because that's sharing.
Yeah.
Person who also. We had 3 lovely people buying me a shot. And
so these are the shot glasses. You can get Wraith of God or Garbage Man. This particular one is the Garbage Man shot glass. Man. Here, let me make you big. Hang on.
Make me big. I don't want to be big.
All right, hold it up there again. So that's laser etched. That's the Garbage Man. In the next campaign, which will be the Kit Carter graphic novel, there will be a Kit Carter shot glass.
Almost empty.
There you go.
I'm drinking a little more.
That's Fireball right there. She's going to
right out of the freezer.
A double shot as she always does. She never does.
1.5.
That's a double. So hold it up. Show everybody the proper technique for taking a shot of whiskey.
I don't know if that's technique, though.
It's your technique.
I just throw it back.
Well, it's your technique. Go ahead and do it. Show us how it works. There it is. Bam. You too can do this at home. Get your shot glasses. Get them.
Let's go. Guess don't know that one yet.
You're about to. Here it is.
So, wait.
Hang on.
Okay.
That was Shelley taking a shot. Okay. Woo! This is the first time, and I'm not joking. Not that I've been avoiding them. I just have never had the opportunity to have an energy drink before. So I got my first energy drink, and this is what happened. Woo! Let's go! That's it. That's exactly what happened.
So that's been happening quite a bit.
That's right. Getting a little energy drink there.
Let's
got
go.
some energy.
Yep.
Got a little excited.
Oh, that's fun.
Had a good time. Geeky says if I hadn't stopped drinking, I'd get shot glasses for my Fireball. Well, I drink iced tea out of them, so I can still feel like John Wayne and slam back an iced tea.
There you go.
Or you can just collect them because there's going to end up being a series. I think a set of 6 of them, and then we're going to do like a wooden holder,
maybe
to
so
hold
all
all the
these
shot
ideas,
glasses in.
right? Yep.
Yeah. So.
Nice.
Get your shots straight from Garbage Man. That's exactly right. Did Marvel ever kick off about using the name Garbage Man? I'm not sure. I don't understand why.
Did they have a book?
You mean DC? DC. I did Garbage Man through DC originally, and they returned the rights to me.
Yeah.
So it is mine now.
Yep.
There is no Garbage Man through Marvel.
There you have it.
Randy Howell, of course, recognizing that Phil Diaz is drinking space beer.
Which
Somehow
is
through his bubble helmet.
Trick. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very tricky. Agent Zero's here. Wants to say hello to everybody.
Hey.
Of course, I did the Chrome Dog.
Words are hard today for both of us.
Chrome Dog variant cover.
Yep.
For Agent Zero. So that's that. Now he says the temptation would be too great. Okay. No, I don't want to. I'm not here to force you into, to make you feel.
You're going to miss the start of Shark Week. You better go through the DVR and figure out which ones you
Marvel
want.
had a Garbage Man character created by Louise Simonson. I did not know that. Sorry, Wheezy.
Nope. Nobody noticed.
Well, and then, it got published through DC on the cover of several DC books. So,
well, there you go.
And then now it's mine. So I don't know. Maybe Wheezy and I can throw down for it. She probably doesn't really care.
No.
Okay. So this has all been fun and exciting, Shelley.
Yeah.
But we really need to take a look at and see what Bernie Wrightson has for us to offer us today.
Okay.
This is the 94th Wrightson image of the day. When we get to 100, we're going to have a Wrightson celebratory extravaganza. Yeah. And I don't know exactly what I'm going to do, but I'm going to do something.
I'm
going to do something for sure.
Shower.
So take a look at
Do
this.
something.
Yeah, take a shower. That's a celebrate. I'm going to take a shower. Here we go. It's Wrightson image of the day. Shelley, do you want to offer a critique of what you just saw?
I liked the main character
The
there.
werewolf
on
the left-hand side.
Didn't like the other two. It's like he kind of lost interest by that point.
And you would think, because it's a Swamp Thing cover, that he would have put a little bit more into Swamp Thing, but it just wasn't really a great cover.
No.
But it was from his sweet spot of 1978. But it just goes to show you can't be perfect all the time.
Nope.
Or that nobody's perfect and you can't be great all the time, or
one of those
something
cliches.
like that. But that was, of course, from the original Swamp Thing Saga comic, which was a reprint of the first. Well, the original Swamp Thing Saga #1 was a reprint of Swamp Thing 1 and 2, and then this, of course, was #2, and it was a reprint of 3 and 4.
Wow!
So there you go.
All right, there you have it.
And that was the wraparound cover they used for the second issue.
Well, maybe give us a wraparound so that he's like, "That's on the back." I'll give it.
Well, it was on the front though. The werewolf was actually on the back. So
I just can't. Oh, that makes sense.
I tell you,
That makes more sense, doesn't it? I'm dumb.
Well, as we're talking about old comics, Shelley,
Mhm.
Let's continue that conversation and find out what's in my collection, shall we?
What letter are
I
we?
just feel like that intro should be longer.
Should be longer. I don't get to make fun of you at all. It's so
I know it's
fast.
there's David
David!
Williams. When you go to SDCC, take a pic in front of Big Man Comics Man or giving it the middle finger.
But don't let him know because they'll call the police.
Probably won't do that.
You're intimidating me.
No, he's talking. That's Gabe's thing. Big Man Comics.
I know.
Oh, well, Gabe intimidated Mark Brooks. It wasn't.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
I'm dumb.
Yeah. In my day, we called it reach around. In my day, Brian Norton says, in my day, we called it a reach around cover. Well, I thought that was when you were making the moves on the girls. It was the reach around. Isn't that a move? Wasn't that a move? I don't know.
I don't know.
Okay, so let's take a look at, Shelley, you asked the question, where are we
What
at?
letter are we at?
We're in the kind of the boring section.
Yeah.
We're in K and L. Don't have a lot going on in K and L, but
Okay.
I will show you what I've got.
You haven't gotten them out yet? Oh, they're over there. I'm like, where is he going?
No, as you can see, my desk here is a little bit on the messy side.
You think?
So I didn't want to stack more.
Oh,
stuff
yeah,
of
that'll be
value
clean
on
while
it.
you're gone.
So, anyway, so let's take a look at this one. How about that? That is Commandy, the last boy on Earth. Shelley.
Mandy, oh Mandy, right? No.
No,
Oh.
that's Barry Manilow.
Oh, my bad. My
This
bad.
is Commandy, who's
Used napkin. Ew.
he's the it's a sensational DC Jack Kirby blockbuster. First DC issue back from 71 or
Blockbuster,
72.
really?
20 center, probably 72. Really nice condition. It does have a little bit, you can see here, a little bit of waffle right there. I had that pressed out and it was fine, and then the waffle came back. They say sometimes the paper has memory and you can press something out, but then it'll come back. It could come back later. And that's kind of what happened.
Well, that
here.
happened.
But other than that, it's a gem. Now, some of you may recognize this Jungle Adventure. This is Kazar.
Mhm.
Some people say Kazar, but I don't think so. I think it's
I don't think so.
Kazar. Do you think it should be Kazar?
Yeah.
I think it's Kazar. And that's a John Buscema cover right there.
Nice.
So that's good enough reason to buy it. I bought this back when I was getting Bronze Age books before they took off. Not that Kazar I expect to take off and become a world beater, but it is a #1 issue in near mint condition. And
So David says Commandy should have been made into a movie.
Commandy?
Yeah.
Yeah, it would have been good. Okay, now this is kind of the under the radar barbarian book, Cole the Conqueror.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you haven't read this book, it's not particularly expensive. If you get it in low grade, it's even less expensive than a high grade book.
Which makes
like
sense.
This is right, but it's even a high grade book isn't that expensive in the big
Mhm.
collector world.
Got a little Princess Leia action in the background.
Yeah. So this book, this is Marie Severin cover, but on the inside is Ross Andrew, inked by Wally Wood, and it is really, really a good-looking book on the inside. I highly recommend it. Great read and terrific art. And then on issue 2, the Severins took over, Marie and John, and the artwork's fantastic. So I highly recommend this. I enjoy this book way more than Conan, but there you go. That's just me. That's Cole the Conqueror #1.
So we have a comment. Leave it longer in the cold press after the hot to stop the recurl.
Oh,
Okay.
who said that?
10-8 comics.
Okay. Okay, someone probably.
And then
knows what
Repairman Jack says the spines are always perfect on Aaron's books.
They try,
kind of his
I'm
thing,
kind of uptight about it, but okay. So now the reason I have this is Cole #11, and this is the Mike Plug issue, and isn't that a great cover?
That's a Plug face, that chick.
Yeah, and I saw this cover in real life. It was hanging on back in the
In not
early
pretend
90s.
life?
No, in real life.
Wow.
And I didn't dream it. We went to Plug's house when he still lived up outside of Seattle, if you remember.
Yep.
And in his basement, he had all of his artwork and stuff, and he had this hanging on the wall. Now, the tragic thing about this is, if I may point out, tragedy on our show, this arm right here, it originally, from the elbow to the hand right here, this was up like this.
Yeah.
And the axe kind of crossed in front of.
Which makes more sense, I think.
But
His elbow looks like it hurts.
I believe the art director, John Romita Sr., did not want the axe covering up the logo. So what did he do? Instead of taking a stat of this and correcting it, he actually took an X-Acto knife, cut out the original art, bent the arm down, and glued it back on. So it would not cover up. And so
as if somebody who's going to buy this book doesn't know what that title is.
It's the way they did things back in the old days. And so anyway, it's very unfortunate. The original has like, this forearm cut and moved down and re-glued on. But anyway, it's a tremendous. And the splash page, the first page of this comic, is better than the cover. So this is not an expensive book. If you don't have it, get it just for the art. Okay. Now here's another book that's really inexpensive, but this is Kong the Untamed. Seems like all the barbarian books start with a K. Kong the Untamed, this is like a little cave boy adventure thing, but there's a Wrightson cover, and that's why
you bought it.
That's right. And it's kind of fun. You got a big old
yeah, but I feel like there's too much dead space above them.
There is a lot of dead space up there, but
what do I know?
Well, sometimes they go, "Hey, Bernie, we need a cover by tomorrow."
Yeah.
So.
You haven't ever heard that before?
No, never. So who knows? But I still dig it because I like this big cave guy here.
Randy has a good point. Randy Howell.
I don't
Core draft as well.
Core draft with a K.
Yep.
Yes. See?
Good catch, Randy.
All right. Now here's something of interest, perhaps.
Then maybe not.
This is Logan's Run number 6. And you're saying, why in the heck, Aaron, do you have
their
Logan's?
necks? Eek.
You know why I have this, Shelley? Because this is the first solo story of Thanos. It appears in the back of this book. So it's the first solo story, meaning that he's on his own. It's his story.
Right.
Ever to appear in comics is right here in Logan's Run number 6. Sounds very strange.
Her neck is giving me a headache. Wow.
That's Stranko getting a little jiggy with it. That's a Stranko cover.
Dun, 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 dun,
and but anyway, so this again is not really expensive like you might think it might be with a Thanos first solo story. So it is affordable, but kind of cool if you want to.
She needs a chiropractor. Stat.
Okay, we'll fix her next. So anyway, that's Logan's Run number 6, of course. And
who did the cover? Did we say?
Stranko did.
Oh, okay. That's right. You said that.
Okay, and so then we have this, which again is a pretty affordable book, but of course it's the long shot miniseries that blew up Arthur Adams, excuse me. He prefers Arthur.
Yes. And
so we're all aware of this book, but I just wanted you to know that I'm aware of it too. And I've got one right here to prove it. Now I only have one graded book in the K&Ls. Only one.
Yeah.
And Sequential Treasures sent this to me as a gift.
So nice.
And I know that he'd be yelling in the chat right now if I didn't show it.
No, he already did.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. See, he didn't see it. He was going to do it anyway.
So there it is. 9.2 Khazar, Lord of the Jungle number 3. Now, actually, I bought up a beat-up copy of this and put it in my spinner rack because I like the cover.
Oh, well, there you have it.
See, it's Gil Kane. Looks like it's probably inked by Jazzy John Romita. It's
Lord of the Hidden Jungle.
1974 2-page map of the Savage Land is in here. So
nice.
If you guys are into that kind of thing. So there you go. Great cover, nice Gil Kane action, and a 9.2. And it comes with a little plastic thing. So
and it was a gift.
It was a gift.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh, you can't
it was
get
even better.
Any better than that. So there you go. Shelley, that's what's in my collection today.
Thank you for sharing.
My pleasure. I'm all about sharing, giving.
I know.
That's like a little sketch of Kit Carter right there, isn't it?
I saw that.
Okay.
Where are you going?
Kazoo, that's actually from the Flintstones. A little bit of confusion there on the Geek's part, I think. It's close. It's close, but not exactly right on the money there. Okay. What I like to do, Shelley, is we've got on this show, some people call it the show of shows. No one calls it that. I don't know who that is. No one has ever called it that. But if they did call it that,
yes.
We have a lot of features, different things that other people don't do.
Shows within the show.
Right. You know, it's kind of like the Carol Burnett show without the music. And
or the comedy.
Or the comedy. Or the good acting.
You're right.
Or the particularly good writing. There's no commercial sponsorship. But other than that, it's
exactly the
like
same.
the Carol Burnett show. And so what we kind of what you do if you're smart, which again that excludes me.
Oh my gosh, we're in trouble.
Let's just say
Or
if I
the talent,
were,
right?
people like that. You take the main features of the show that people really want to see, you know, like the Bigfoot stuff, and you kind of intermix them throughout the show, so you don't save them all for the end, right? You want to keep people
so
people
what are
interested.
you throwing in now?
Well, I think it's time that maybe, just maybe, we should do our top 5.
Okay.
What do you think?
I have a dress made out of curtains with the curtain rod in it. Yes. It's in the closet for special occasions.
Wait a minute, Danky. I got to answer something here.
Okay.
Danky says first appearance. No, it's not the first appearance of Thanos. It's his first solo story.
Yes.
His first appearance, of course, is in Iron Man 55, I think. Somewhere in that neighborhood. So anyway, but
okay.
Now that question's answered, let's do that.
Ow. Okay. All right.
Take some water and up it comes.
Stop drinking.
I've got to keep. I got to keep the pipes. Keep the pipes flowing there.
Just keep going.
Yeah. You know, we haven't used a lot of this. Like this, we haven't used this in a long time. Maybe that's just because we haven't said anything funny.
Right.
Could be. Actually, probably this would be more appropriate for our show.
Please, Pittsburgh. Nothing to see here, please.
It's probably
sure.
important. Of course, we always like to make a little fun of Shelley taking a nap right after the show.
Nighty night.
And in 3 minutes after the show, it's going to be ponytail, makeup off, jammies.
So those are a lot of things that
TMI.
we like to use, but we haven't used in a long time.
Moving right along.
So that's
good.
another one. Okay. So anyway,
Number
5.
What is it? Worst movies.
Okay, I got to do
Not the very, very worst, but the 5th worstest.
No, before I do number 5, I have to do an honorable mention.
Oh, okay.
That could very easily be in the top 5. So let me share this real quickly. So you're really getting my top 6, but
5B.
Yeah. This movie sucks. Okay. But the reason it didn't make the top 5, Shelley.
Yeah.
Okay. First of all, I let me lay down the parameters here.
Lay down.
I would have had to actually seen the film to say it sucked. I can't just like put like the 5 worst films of all time. I have to actually seen them and judge it for myself.
Yes.
I have seen this, and it does indeed suck.
Mm-hmm.
However, it does have Arnold in it with some really corny lines.
I was going to say, he made it suck.
And wait a minute. And it's in color. So there's a couple of reasons right there that you can find mild satisfaction while watching this movie.
That it's in color.
You got Arnold and it's in color.
It's like I used to tell parents, find one thing a day to praise your child about, even if it's you've been breathing all day. Good job.
But wait, there's more.
Oh, no.
And the other thing is that would put something in the top 5 for me.
Yeah.
Is I would have to have like some sort of expectation for the film and then be disappointed.
Oh.
I had no expectation for this film
and we're still disappointed
because I was, but Batman 4 or this is 4, right? Batman 3 with Jim Carrey as the Riddler, and that was so bad that I thought this can't be any better, and it wasn't. So I had zero expectations, but I did laugh a few times while going, "Wow, this sucks." So that's
must have been tough. Somebody was like, "It's hard to find just 5."
Yeah, so that's why it's just
freaking never
6.
It just kept going and going. See, you're like, I paid money to see it. I'm not leaving early.
Nice to meet you. Come on, when Arnold says things like that, how can you can't, everybody chill, so no, thank you, Frank says, no, it was worse. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Again.
Okay. Honorable mention.
That's honorable mention.
Dishonorable mention.
Okay. So now let's actually get to my real number.
Brian, chill out.
Let me get exactly. Let me get to my real.
I can't believe you're still watching, Brian. That's hilarious.
Number 5.
Oh my gosh. And quite topical.
Boy, it sure is. Those of you who are, of course, enamored with the great Ed Wood, and when I say great, I mean he's not great at all. He's one of the worst, probably the worst filmmaker of all time. But he did this film, and Brian, who's in the chat, sat there and watched it with me. So the thing about
My
this
brother.
is, yeah, my brother-in-law. Here's the thing. We went to this Ed Wood Film Festival where they had Plan 9 from Outer Space,
Mhm.
and I think they had Bride of the Monster, which is bad. And Plan 9 from Outer Space is bad, but there's nothing quite bad like this bad.
But
This
is it one of those like where it was bad on purpose?
No, it was bad, just
Oh.
ineptitude bad. And the other thing about it is it was boring. So it seemed this movie was like, I think 87 minutes long or something.
Pull the string.
Yeah, pull the string. This is the famous Bela Lugosi scene where he's looking out over the people walking in New York. And he's going, pull the string, pull the string. And then he like died 5 minutes out of this film wrapped. But anyway, so this is like Ed Wood's, like he was trying to do an exploitation film, you know, to kind of like something that seemed sensational and saucy and people would go see.
yeah.
And it's really about his struggle with transvestism. It's like his girlfriend. He asked from his girlfriend if she can give him his Angora sweater, and she takes it off. It's just so bad. And so then he's dressed up as a woman half the time. Ed Wood is, but the thing is, then they would go into these weird burlesque shot. They would just like random shots of this chick in a burlesque costume whipping with this whip. It was like someone saw the movie and went, "This is the most boring thing I've ever seen. You've got to put some spice in this." And he goes, "Okay." So he just throws in random shots of burlesque whippings and things like that. It is one of the 5 worst movies I have ever seen in my life. The only reason it's not higher on the list, Shelley, is because I knew it sucked before I went and saw it.
Gotcha.
But
So yeah, people were thinking that it was going to be the worst comic related movies. Quoth the Raven.
no.
Okay.
Did I say that? No, I
I
never
don't know.
said that.
I don't know.
It's the worst
see.
5 worst movies of all time. So for me personally,
A lot of people saying this is their number 1.
it is bad, but my
Awesome.
expectations were
Low to
low.
begin with,
So
right?
that's why it's not higher on the list.
Gotcha.
All right. We're moving right along.
Moving right along.
Let's take a look at number 4. All right. Now this, you guys may disagree with me on this because this actually got good reviews, Shelley. Now I made Samantha watch this movie with me because I said, no, if you guys remember, well, let me pull it up here so you know which one I'm talking about. That would be the wrong button, Shelley. And I missed the button.
Boomer.
Let's try and hit the correct button this time.
Oh, my face is doing the.
Are you getting red and splotchies?
Yep.
Okay. Now this is a Netflix movie. It came out a couple of years ago. It's from Sweden.
I think I see that on your.
Yeah, it could
Yeah.
be.
What your doodles look
Now
like.
the CGI in this is fine. The big troll dude is fine. I liked it.
Yeah.
That's fine. However, this got like 80% or something on Rotten Tomatoes, and I was like, yes, we got to watch this. So I make Samantha watch this, and I expected her to complain the whole way through. Little did I know that I would be complaining all the way through.
Yeah.
And so at the end of the movie, we just looked at each other and go, that was one of the worst movies I've ever seen. And why? You're saying, Aaron, why would this be one of the worst movies you've ever seen?
That's what I was thinking.
Very high expectations going in.
Yeah.
And there was a pseudo documentary. It wasn't really a documentary, but it was a pseudo documentary about trolls that was done earlier that was really, really good. I think it was called Troll 2. That's why I got confused. But it was actually pretty good. It was like a fake documentary. They were troll hunting and stuff like that. So I thought, okay, this will be, right in the same kind of vein. It'll be good. It was not good.
Oh,
Okay,
sad.
the acting was atrocious. Okay. The writing was atrocious. And it was like, it was every cliche you could think, a big monster movie cliche you could think of was thrown into this thing. And, the woman scientist, no one listens to her.
The woman.
Yeah, she doesn't know what she's talking about. Of course she does. Her acting is terrible. The guy that's in charge is terrible. It was like, I felt like I was watching Godzilla, with Matthew Broderick, the one that really sucked. That's what I felt like I was watching, except it wasn't as good as that.
Oh, that's so sad.
It was just, this movie was a huge disappointment. And so therefore it's on number 4. And I'm curious what you guys, because I bet a lot of people saw this.
It ain't no Troll 2. So we saw that movie. It was kind of fun. Wasn't great, but I enjoyed it. I didn't even bother. I almost watched this the other day. Mark Brooks.
Cliche trolls are the worst. They are.
This movie sucked.
I thought this movie sucked. I just thought it sucked. And for me,
even though you knew it was a Netflix, although some of their,
it got 80% on Rotten Tomatoes. I thought I was
what
really
was
looking forward to this.
Red Notice.
Yeah.
The Netflix. That was awesome.
That was it wasn't a very deep film. If you want to be intellectually stimulated,
cute.
forget about it. But it was funny. It was funny. It was enjoyable. It was kind of fun. And it was, very lighthearted kind of, but yeah, I did like it. But I did not like this.
I'm sorry. I like that. I did not like this.
Okay. So anyway, you can take that review with a grain of salt if you like, but that's just kind of how I feel about it. So let's see what we think about number 3. All right. Now, this is on this list because
let's go.
This movie sucks. Okay. But here's the thing. I had just seen Elephant Man, which I love that movie, which is a David Lynch film, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so like David Lynch became like my favorite director instantly because of The Elephant Man. And then I went back and saw Eraserhead, which was really freaking weird, which was his grad school film. And it was really weird, but it had some interesting imagery to it. Mm-hmm. And even though I didn't like it, it was a very uncomfortable film. At the same time, it was still kind of cool. You could see the guy had some sort of weird vision. And then you saw The Elephant Man, you're like, it's all coming together.
Right.
What I found out later was that Mel Brooks, the comedian, he produced The Elephant Man, and he had very tight rein on David Lynch and did not let him go overboard and kept that on a straight narrative
film.
Was
just not reined in on the other one.
So they give him Dune, unlimited budget. This movie is a piece of garbage.
Come on, tell us how you really feel.
My friend,
don't hold back.
My friend from high school, Daryl,
don't sugarcoat it.
My friend Daryl, we won't say his last name, but my friend from high school, we went and saw this, and we came up with this idea because we were such Lynch fans after The Elephant Man. We were like, we should call ourselves the Lynch Mob. It was kind of like a joke, right? Then after we saw this movie, we formed a Lynch Mob. I mean, we both walked out going, how did the guy that made Elephant Man make this trash piece of garbage? But he did. Now,
Aaron's going off.
People actually like this movie, and I'm not going to say that you shouldn't like it. I'm going to say I shouldn't like it. But because my expectations were so high for this movie, and it was so bad, it ranks number 3 on my worst movies of that I've seen of all time.
Oh, yes.
I got to recover a little bit. I'm a little emotionally spent after that one.
I'm exhausted.
But it only gets worse from here, Shelley.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to go get some Benadryl.
It's just
the deal. No more drinking.
Booze. No more booze.
Life is over. Mm-hmm.
As I was saying.
Before
you stole my thunder. What I was saying was that it only gets worse from here.
Oh Lord.
So let's take a look at it. Now, you guys might be shocked to have Shelley shocked.
What?
Okay. This is Star Trek V, The Final Frontier, where they go and meet God.
Oh,
sort of.
Yes, I knew you didn't like this one, but I didn't think it was make your top 5.
This is also co-written and directed by Shatner. Enough said, true believer. But
I don't even know what to say.
Okay,
Next,
this is a Star Trek movie with the original crew.
How can you mess it up?
How can you mess it? I four with the whales. We all laughed. We thought that was hilarious. This is great.
That'll be whales.
Here comes 5, and they advertised 5 as the final frontier. So you're thinking, this is it. This is what I'm going to end on. I took my mom to see it because I took my mom to see all the movies back in the day because my dad hated movies, so I'd always take my mom, and she liked sci-fi and those type of fantasy adventure films, that type of thing. So I took her. Now, in all fairness, My mom actually liked this movie. And so I checked her into rehab after
I'm sure
we
movie
watched
rehab.
this. I said, Mom, are you kidding me? And I walked out of this, I think, going, and I wanted to like it because, I'm a Star Trek apologist.
I know. That's why I was like, what?
And it sucked. Kirk was campy. He was directing himself. There was no one there to reel him in.
Gotcha.
And he looked like he was just screwing around the whole movie. The plot was ridiculous. They had budget constraints. They had to cut, like, the only part of the movie that would have been cool was in, they go to this final planet where supposedly God lives, but it's not God, because he's like, what does God need a spaceship for? That was actually a line that Shatner had. And so then there's like these little, so I guess he's sort of like the devil, but they don't really, because what's the devil trapped in a planet for? You know what I mean? It's just, we don't really know what's going on. And then they have these little lava goblins. You're like, okay, this will be cool, right?
Yeah.
So Kirk is stranded on the planet. Everybody's beamed up. So this is what was supposed to happen in the script. Scotty was trying to beam up Kirk, but he accidentally beamed up one of the little lava goblins, and he wrecked the transporter. So now Kirk's trapped on the planet with these goblin things, fighting for his life. He's gonna die. And
do
so,
you have a rudimentary lathe? What is that rudimentary lathe?
Can you make some? Can you form a rudimentary lathe? Of course, that's Galaxy Quest. Yeah. But so then Spock ends up showing up in a Klingon ship that he commandeered to go and save Kirk, right? Okay, but here's the problem. That whole thing with the lava monsters cut. It's not in the film because the budget was so poor that when they did the scene in CGI, allegedly, I've never seen it, it just was horrible. So they had to cut the whole scene. So what is the scene? Kirk's like, get me out of here. And then Spock shows up and saves him. And there's no lava dudes hardly at all in the movie. So the whole thing sucked.
That's disappointing.
But I will say this.
Okay, say it.
We were listening to Bohemian Rhapsody yesterday, Samantha and I, listening to her playlist while we were out in the garage working. And I did Bohemian Rhapsody as Kirk. Shatner doing Kirk. So
there you have it.
I just want to say that I did do that. And it was actually pretty convincing. I liked it.
Did you?
Because, as he did his albums where he would do The Transformed Man, William Shatner, and he would say, Mr. Tambourine Man. Mr. Tambourine Man. Yeah. And so I did Bohemian Rhapsody like that the whole way through. And I thought it was pretty good. So anyway, it wasn't recorded, however. So.
Lucky you.
Galileo. Mama, I killed a man. I put my gun against his head. I pulled the trigger and now he's dead. That right there was better than Star Trek V.
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
So anyway, there you go. Yeah, Paul's right. Paul, I thought you left. Paul's back. Says less runtime equals less damage to the audience. If only that were true, because I was pretty damaged when I got through watching them. So anyway, that's number 2. And it was because I had expectations, Shelley.
I know. And high ones too, I'm sure.
And they were not met.
No, not even close.
So I had to say Galileo. Galileo. Okay.
Figaro.
All right. Figaro. Okay. So now, all
night, this is how he's going to talk all
What is
night.
the worst movie, Shelley, that I have ever seen? Aren't you just dying to find out, aren't you? I know I am, because I forgot.
Santa Jaws.
No, I like Santa Jaws because it was so bad I laughed. So bad.
Yeah, right.
Okay, this I did not laugh.
I have no idea.
I cried.
Oh, that's sad.
It moved me, Larry. Okay, here we go. That's
VeggieTales.
Yeah. Okay, here we go.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
When I say this movie sucked, that's an understatement.
I was going to say that would be the compliment of it, right?
This is Superman 4: The Quest for Peace. Now, as some of you may know, the first 3 Superman movies were Warner Brothers productions. This was Warner Brothers, right? And Superman 1 was great. Superman 2 was, I thought, great, but they took some liberties with Superman powers, which people got a little offended by. Superman 3, it had some good stuff in it. That's one with Richard Pryor. And then Superman got his personality split, and there was some interesting things going on in there.
Yeah.
Not great, but it was good enough. I enjoyed it. Then this came along.
Oh, baby.
Now, let me remind you, there's only 2 people in the world that like Star Trek V. My mom and Mike Barr. The only 2 people I've ever met. And I always suggested that they would do a panel at San Diego called Defending Star Trek V. And it'd be my mom and Mike Barr up there.
Yeah.
So my mom likes Star Trek V. I took her to see this movie. We sat through agonizing, horrific filmmaking.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I was going to say, this became a Canon film, and Canon was like the low-budget kings. So Warner Brothers wouldn't even do their own movie.
Oh.
They wouldn't do number 4. So, and the only way they could get Christopher Reeves to be in this movie was he said, well, if you let me write the screenplay.
Oh.
Stop listening to actors. And so he wrote the screenplay for this, which was horrific, of course. And so how did they get Gene Hackman to be in this? He must have just been appalled at himself. He must have needed the money.
Well, everybody has one of those.
Yes.
Don't they?
It's just terrible. Terrible on every level. And you guys have seen it, I'm sure, and you know how bad it is. But here's the kicker. My mom, who likes Star Trek V, the second worst film I've ever seen in my life. At the time this movie was over, when the credits rolled, it was over. Thank God. And I turned to my mom and I said, wow, that was bad. I said, I have never, because I never walk out of movies.
Right.
Never. And I said, if you had not been here, it said, this is my mom, I would have walked out of this movie. But I didn't want to, drag you out of it. She goes, oh, I was ready to leave too. That was horrible.
It's bad.
My
then.
mom did not like a Superman movie.
My mommy didn't like it.
So that's the capper. Can there be a worse film than this?
I don't know.
Not
Let's
if you
see what
have
the chat
have
says.
expectation
Yeah.
of any sort. There's this movie just.
Yeah.
What would Kirk say? He'd go up, up and away. So.
It's funny.
Squib says he loved it as a young lad. As an adult, not really.
Not so much.
This does suck, but it still has Christopher Reeves.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Gene Hackman, better than anything that has came after. That is quite an indictment. When you say this is still better than any of the new Superman films.
Oh, gosh.
I don't know that I would say that, though. But I am a huge Christopher Reeves fan. Of course, Superman 1 and 2 are like...
Okay, this one.
What is that hair?
Gene Hackman's hair, right?
I know, I don't know.
Hers isn't great either, but I understand because that was the times. But yeah.
And look at the hunky blonde guy in the right-hand corner. He's like the Solar dude that... Gene Hackman creates to fight Superman. They fight on the moon. Yeah. Which was not very convincing, as you can imagine.
Oh, this is great.
Superman 4 has the good manners to be 90 minutes. Superman 3 is never ending. Superman 3 is long. And it's not great, but it does have some good moments in it. This has nothing redeeming about it.
Oh my gosh.
So bad. So yeah, so that's those are my top 5. Now,
that's funny.
You guys, of course, you have your own top 5, but again, these have to be movies that I've seen. There's a lot of bad movies I have not seen, but I have unfortunately seen this. So there you have it.
Funny.
There are my top 5 worst films that I've ever seen.
I can't believe you made it through it.
We did it. I almost cried.
Wow.
But yeah, hey, there's Snake Oiler.
Hey.
Oh, Verakusaki for $2. Thank you so much. Worst movie was the Star Wars sequels.
Or the prequels. The ones before?
Which,
like 1, 2, 3?
Are you talking about they were bad, but not as bad as Superman 4. Just, I thought the Star Wars, the newer ones, I didn't have much expectation for them.
Yeah, me neither. I didn't even see them.
But
well, after Jar Jar Binks was on the scene, I was like, I'm out.
God, that was bad.
Yeah.
But the movie itself wasn't bad. He was just intolerable. I mean, the movies weren't great, but they were like average. Just sort of average.
Well, and I have trouble keeping them. Like Liam Neeson was that.
Those were the prequels. Those are the prequels. The 3 prequels that we took Josh to when he was a kid.
Yes.
Now, the newer ones, the J.J. Abrams ones that he produced, and he directed one of them, and those stink, but they stink because they don't represent the characters correctly.
Hmm.
But in terms of filmmaking and stuff like that, they're well made looking
Gotcha.
films. They're just not good films, not good Star Wars films.
Gotcha.
But come on, Superman 4 that's like not even a good student film. Okay, so there you go. Geek Avengers says
Thank
there is a
you.
worse movie, Highlander 2, for $2. Thank you, Geek. I appreciate that.
Close,
I have never
yeah.
seen. Don't shoot me. I've never seen the Highlander films.
Yeah.
So
Nope. Booyah.
you would think
Look
I would
at
be
you
more of a
guys
pop
go.
culture kind of guy, but and kind of be on top of that. But
No. I'd be,
no.
no.
I see movies that I want to see, and those are the movies I see.
And we
And then occasionally I
we
see
don't
movies
do
I
it
wish I
hardly.
hadn't seen.
Exactly. We don't do that. We used to like
We-
see all the movies that were Academy Award nominated. We would vote and do our
That's right. Yeah.
Well, ever since my neck went bad, I can't
That's-
even sit in the theater that
That's
long.
how you came to hate the Coen brothers, because of
Yes.
Barton Fink. And she's
Wow.
never watched another Coen movie because of Barton Fink. But
Nope.
there's some great Coen brother movies, but she won't watch them
Nope.
because of Barton Fink. So
Hate it.
she hated that movie.
And then once I remember like trying to go to movies, and then I'd get a horrible headache, and then I would be in tears by the end. And I was like, I can be miserable. And plus, people annoy me. You guys know that about me.
Can you imagine?
So-
Can you imagine that? I can.
I was like, I can stay home and save money and still be annoyed. I don't need to go pay money and be annoyed. Yeah.
I hear you.
Okay.
I hear you.
Yeah.
What is it? Episode 2. Richard Cahill.
Yep.
Putting that up. Says episode 2 has the worst acting, visuals, and dialogue in a big budget movie. It's like Ed Wood was given $120 to make a movie. Episode 2. That would have been Clone Wars, right? I still don't think it's as bad as Superman 4. I'm not saying these are good movies. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that.
I'm not saying
But
that.
when you're saying top 5 worst all time, worst experience in a theater right there, I mean, come on.
Okay, I did see that, and it was weird.
I wasn't in love with that movie. You know which one I did like?
Hmm.
The one that just came out, Hail Caesar or Hail.
Oh
Caesar.
yeah, I didn't see that one either.
Oh my gosh, that's so good. And I did watch No Country for Old Men finally.
Oh, did you? I
I didn't like the ending. I was a little too grim for me.
didn't get to the ending, so I guess I didn't miss anything.
It was a very grim movie, I must say,
Oh.
but interesting.
Oh yeah.
Interesting.
All right, what you got?
Okay.
You're gonna do our flat files?
Yeah, we are. We're gonna see what is in my flat files. This is interesting.
It is.
I found
Finally.
some sort of.
Oh no. Sorry. Okay.
It makes me want to do.
Not the neck.
I'm not gonna do
Okay.
it.
Ooh.
No, I
Ooh.
lied.
Not
No,
the
but it makes
neck.
me. When you said this show isn't interesting, then it makes me want to say.
Did you guys ever watch the show?
I mean, talk about having no expectations. That's what you come to this
You
show
ever
for.
watched the show?
What did I say we were going to do?
We're gonna
Oh,
do
flat
flat
files.
files.
Yeah, let's do that. Because I've got covers that may be a little obscure that people
Oh.
maybe didn't get published, or some interesting stories
Okay.
behind a couple of the covers. So I think they're kind of fun. We will go ahead and take a look. Okay, I forgot to switch the camera.
Oops, there. I'm gonna go take a Benadryl
Do it.
because I keep getting redder and
All right.
redder.
There's Kit Carter.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
All right. So what I've got here is I was perusing through the old flat files, and I came upon a folder that said covers on it. I thought, well, what's in here? And I found some covers of interest. So let's take a look at them, shall we? Here's the first one. This is I did a mini series back in the day when I was in between jobs. I was able to convince Scott Dunbier over at Wildstorm just to give me anything. And this was a series they'd come up with called Countdown. And the only reason I'm showing this is as you can see, I was trying to develop a newer kind of style. If you kind of look at the Randy Emberlin inked this, but you can see kind of the approach here. Maybe a little more open, kind of a little bit more broken line, a little bit more stylized. Like if you look at her hair, trying to get something to make my work more interesting to people that would pay me to do work. So, and then of course you've got some cheeks.
Some booty.
There. But again, look at how stylized and rounded these shoulders are. You know, it was like I was just trying to find something.
Look how rounded her booty is.
Well, that never changes,
No.
the booty. But so anyway, this was a series I did called Countdown. I thought I did some interesting work in. No one read it, of course, but you know, I was experimenting with style, trying to find something. Again, the stylization of his hair, you know, that people might gravitate to and go, oh, this is really cool style. Let's hire this guy. Okay, now moving off that, I did this How to Train Your Dragon cover.
Oh, I love that one.
Right? Now, here's the thing. I didn't know if they wanted to, you know how he loses his leg in the animated film, right? And I was like, well, could there be like interim adventures before he loses his leg kind of thing? You know, is that what we're doing? Why don't we do that? Because that'd be cool. And so then I made, what's this character's name? Kind of the nerdy kid.
Yeah. No. I was going to go say Hogarth. You guys will know.
Anyway, so I drew him with before he lost his leg. Hiccup.
Nice glitch.
And as you can see, I made him look kind of cool, you know, not like totally nerdy, right? They totally rejected this cover. DreamWorks was like, no. He's got to have his metal leg and he can't look that cool.
Okay.
So, and this is a really nice cover.
Yeah.
You know, you got the trees in there.
So they didn't use it at all?
No. So I had to create a patch.
Oh, right.
Okay. So now you've got, you know, doofy little Hogarth. Now you got me saying Hiccup. And he's got his little mechanical leg thingy going on there. And now he's just sitting there being dopey instead of being
like,
cool.
I'm on an adventure. What is that?
Right. Because what I'm trying to do here is sell a comic.
Right.
What they're trying to do is be stupid. And they succeeded.
They are so good at it. It's amazing.
So, but then what happened was I did a second cover. I did the first two covers. I'm not showing the second one. But the second one, they came back and said, we don't like, okay, now picture this if you will. The dragon was about this big on the cover of the second issue, right?
Okay.
You've got like Hiccup and his girlfriend jumping off this cliff, and they're in the foreground, and the dragon is way up here.
Yeah, so he had to be really far away.
Yeah, 2 inches big, maybe, on the original. So you can imagine how small it'd be when it's reduced. They came back and said, we don't like the way his hip looks here, the dragon. So I took some white out and took off I just barely changed the shape of it. And they're like, okay, that's good. And it was just, it was the stupidest thing in the world. So apparently these guys were the guys in DreamWorks were a real pain in the butt. And this was a small publisher. And this drove them out of business. They never published the book. They just couldn't deal with DreamWorks anymore. And they went out of business. So these never got published.
Like people who aren't in the comic book industry saying what should be on the cover that don't know anything about comic books.
Well, honestly, they didn't know anything about art either.
Right. And then, but it's kind of like what's happening now.
Wow. Strange parallels.
Yeah.
So I've done quite a bit of work. Well, I shouldn't say quite a bit of, but I've done work for Archie on and off throughout the years. So they hired me to do Jughead cover, right? And they didn't give me any direction. And I said, well, and I mean, this might be kind of cliche, but you've got Jughead here, like the thinker, you know, posed like the thinker statue, sitting on a giant hamburger.
Because he's thinking about eating.
Right. And we got his dog is in there, right?
Okay.
And I thought, you know, it's a charming little thing. I colored it up. They approved it. You know, I did sketches. They approved it. I colored it up. Then they came back and said, yeah, let's get rid of the dog and let's put Betty in there instead of the dog.
Gotcha.
Right. So then I had to. Now, I don't know why there's two Bettys here. There's something. Maybe I didn't like her face. I can't remember exactly what it was. And I don't remember which one.
We'll show both and let us see.
I'm sorry. So there's this.
Is she bigger?
Yeah.
Bigger boobs.
Oh, that might be it. She might be a little bit bigger. Her expression is about the same. Instead of, you know, the thing is, instead of scanning this and making it larger, I redrew it.
Yeah.
Like an idiot. So anyway, so the dog disappeared, replaced by Betty. As you can see, there's Jughead, the outline of Jughead right there, and there's the bun of the hamburger. Yeah. So Betty's on there. Colored it up. Perfect. Love it. They never used it. But they paid me.
Her eyes are better in the lower one, too.
Yeah. Okay. So I also did another cover for them. Now, I'll tell you this right now. I did this initial cover, and I didn't like Betty's face, so I redrew the whole thing. And so anyway, I come up with this, finish it, get it colored, right? Send it into them. They love it. They never use it. So I have these two basic covers, Archie covers, that never got used, but they paid me. And I feel bad because it's like, well, you guys paid me my rate to do the cover and they never used it. But I guess that's on them, not me.
Yep.
But I'm not saying anything negative about the Archie guys. I love them. They've been very good to me. They're very nice. But I never found out why these weren't used. And, so anyway, so I have these two
Here's
Archie
a good question.
covers that never got used.
Does the cover process not include? Yeah, they approved everything.
Yeah, everything was approved, and maybe they decided not to do the series. Maybe they wanted to go to the store. This didn't work for them.
You never know.
You never know. But anyway, there you go. There's a few covers.
And that, my friends,
is what's in my flat files
dun,
today.
dun.
All right, now.
Oh wait, I'm gonna miss.
Shelley's pushing buttons, and
I am pushing
nothing's
buttons.
happening. Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
There it is. Okay.
Yeah.
So we're about an hour and a half into the show. I'm doing
Holy cow.
Kirk.
You're doing Kirk all night. That's all he's gonna do.
Now, Shelley, one of your favorite segments, or
Here's another good question.
Oh.
Did they retain the rights? Can you use them in an art book?
Oh, I'm sure. Well, yeah, they return. Okay, everybody you do a cover for, unless you own the stuff yourself, technically they own the copyright, so you cannot reproduce it under any circumstances without their permission. But they tend to look the other way if you don't like. If I did an art book and I just said it had 200 pages, and 3 of the pages were covers from Archie, they wouldn't say anything.
Yeah.
Now, if I did, hey, here's the best
Here's
of
the art of Archie.
Yeah, by me,
Yeah.
then they might have a problem.
Yeah.
And the same thing with Marvel and DC. Now, Marvel and DC might be a little bit more stickler about it now because of their feelings towards people of my political leanings. So they may not honor that sort of look the other way policy because they don't have to, technically. So you have to be very careful when you're putting together a sketchbook or something.
That happened one time at San Diego. So like this lady came down
and she threatened me, and then I said, "Get out of here!" Whoa. And once
like everybody is selling.
Yeah, I go, "Why are you picking on me?" You know, and it's like, well, I just wanted to let you know that Terry Stewart, who was the publisher of Marvel, is here, and if he sees this, he's really going to be upset. I go, well, he's going to be upset at everybody else in the crowd then too. And then she backed off and disappeared and never saw her again.
I even got into it with her.
You might have.
Shocker.
Yeah, I know. What were we talking about? Oh, so Shelley always says she likes Precious Moments. It's like her favorite thing.
It is my favorite thing.
Well, you're going to like this one.
I better.
No, I'm not setting
we
you
had
up.
to talk about.
No, I'm not setting you up. You're going to like this one.
All right.
So everybody watch your monitors at home. I like to say that. Watch your monitors for this week's Precious Moments.
Let me handle this. Yeah, 3 cheeseburgers, 2 large fries, 2 chocolate shakes, 1 large Coke, and some flapjacks. Too early for flapjacks?
That's awesome. One of my favorites.
What an underrated movie.
Oh my gosh, it's the best.
Yeah. I mean, it's, now in retrospect, a lot of people look at that and say it's one of the great screenplays of all time. They say it's one of the, it's in the top 100 lists for a lot of people for best movies of all time. It was a great one.
Because Sammy and I watched it, I don't know, one day this week.
Yeah.
And I think I was annoying because I was saying all the lines before they happened.
Well, I showed Samantha what I was going to do for Precious Moments because she was in here last night when I was prepping for the show. She goes, Mom says that all the time.
Is it too early for flapjacks?
Too early for flapjacks? Mom says that all the time.
I didn't realize how many lines.
What if Kirk said it? Is it too early for flapjacks?
Oh my.
All right.
Oh.
So that's kind of, I'm glad I was able to do a Precious Moments that Shelley actually liked. But now we're not going to be so nice to Shelley.
No.
Shelley, look, she has big hair, but she also thinks she has a big brain. She says, I know stuff. I'm a teacher.
So I have ice my hands.
I do physics. I do math.
calculus.
I do number things. I do conceptual physics. I mean, what is it? I don't even know what that means. But so we like to occasionally on this show find out exactly what Shelley really does know.
Oh no.
So
not a lot.
Hold on to your hats.
Oh night.
It's time for Shelley Knows.
Oh. This is from last night.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. Okay. But here's the thing. Cover bands always give you a clue of who they're a cover band.
I don't have a clue.
In their names.
Okay. All right.
So if you're paying attention, you might be able to figure this out.
Okay. Okay.
I can do things. I'm smart, not dumb like people say. Of course, that is from The Godfather Part 2, Electric Boogaloo. That's Fredo talking to Michael Corleone. And what if Kirk said it? He said, I can do things. I'm smart, not dumb like people say.
Hey.
All right. Sorry. Patience. Shelley knows patience. Oh my gosh.
He's trying it.
All righty. So,
okay.
All I'm going to do, there's no visual aids. It's just, but you guys in the chat can play along because Shelley will probably need your help. But she shouldn't cheat, but we know she will. What band is Kiss Army covering? Okay. It's not that easy. Here we go.
Okay.
And these are considered like the top band cover bands for these particular groups. So this first one is called Escape.
Escape.
Escape. What is that a cover band for? What? You know all these bands. These are all famous bands. Escape. Not Scape.
No, Escape. They're saying Journey.
What do you say?
I say, I don't know.
Well, give me an answer.
Journey.
That is correct, cheater.
Half a point.
That is a correct, cheater. Look it. She can read.
Kevin.
She should get a point. Yes, it is. That is correct. Okay, how about this?
Journey. Go on a journey. Escape.
Well, Escape is one of the albums.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Well,
I didn't
you're
know that.
not the rocker chick you claim to be then. Okay, if I were to throw out this name.
Yeah.
Britain's Finest. Britain's
Queen.
Finest. Britain's Finest.
Finest?
Britain's Finest is what we're looking for. Queen is not the correct answer.
Britain's Finest?
Britain's Finest.
Why are you saying it like that?
I'm just trying to enunciate so that there were Britain's
Elton John.
No.
It's not really a band.
No, it's not a band. See, you get a band.
Beatles.
That is correct.
Booyah.
Did somebody help you?
Nope.
Liar.
No.
Okay.
Oh, there's one glitch. Yeah, but I was down here.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
I would tell you if I cheated.
All right.
Okay.
I'll give you points for that one. You're not getting anything for the journey because I was cheating.
No.
Okay, this one, if you can't get this, you're fired.
I'm leaving. Yeah.
Zepp-La.
Led Zeppelin.
That is correct. Ding, 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 ding.
Was that attractive?
All right.
So great.
All right. So you're actually you're 2 for 3. You got the Beatles, but you had to guess a couple times. So I'm going to give you like partial point.
Okay.
For that. You did get Led Zeppelin. You totally did not get Journey.
I did not get Journey.
Okay. Here we go.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yep.
Ruby Jade said The Clash. No. Sex Pistols. Look at these people all over the place. Genovese was, of course, correct. And so was
job.
Glitch, right? They both got the
Yep.
Beatles. Okay.
Okay.
Here we go.
All right.
This band's name is Arrival from Sweden.
ABBA.
Yes! Ding, 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 ding.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, this one is maybe easier. Is it too obvious?
Mm.
And maybe not as easy as it sounds.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yep.
Geek Avengers says Dred Zeppelin. I have listened to Dred Zeppelin, and they got an Elvis impersonator as the singer. Oh my God.
Okay.
Something else. Okay, here's the band's name.
Yep.
Eagle Eyes.
The Eagles?
Yes.
That's dumb.
Yeah, it seems obvious.
Yeah.
But you got it. I thought it was so obvious, maybe it'd throw you. All right. Now this one is a little bit difficult. So you've gotten Miss Journey, got the Beatles on the third try, got Zeppelin, got ABBA, got eagle eyes, so that's 3.5 points
Okay.
out of 5. That's not bad.
That's not bad.
Here we go. You ready?
Oh, okay. Now he's like, okay.
Space Oddity.
Space Oddity.
Mm-hmm. It's all there in the title if
Um,
you think about it. Space.
Okay, not Earth, Wind, and
Oddity.
Fire.
No.
Well, when you said space, I was like, Earth. Oh. Does one of their albums have a spaceship on it? Jefferson Starship.
No, oh, that's not a bad. That's not a bad
Oh.
guess. But someone actually getting it in the.
David Bowie?
Yep, that is correct. Because he did the Ziggy Stardust thing, where he was like an alien kind of thing.
Okay,
and,
yeah.
And he's weird.
The Carpenters.
Space.
Oh.
That's pretty
Okay.
All right. now-
Boston had the, thank you.
yeah, you were thinking
Yep.
Boston because they had
Yep.
the guitar spaceship thing.
Mhm.
All
Come on, Shell. I know things. I'm trying.
right, here's the last one.
Okay.
Now, this one is obvious if you can remember the name of the group, which I told this is Samantha, and she couldn't remember the. She knew the song.
Well,
but
she
couldn't
doesn't
remember the
know.
group.
You know I'm not gonna know.
Well, you just
She's-
no. You probably know.
she-
This. I'd be surprised if you don't get
Oh,
this.
she's such a hippie. Uh-huh. Okay, go ahead.
Barracuda.
Barracuda. It's hard.
That is correct. And I listened to one of their
And
tunes.
Sammy just choreographed something to Heart.
I know, but she couldn't remember the band's name. She just
Aw.
knew the song.
We should play that. We should show that her. It's on Instagram.
Yeah. So I listened to Barracuda, which is the cover band for
Barracuda.
Heart,
Mhm.
and they are really good.
Mm,
The lead singer, she
Yeah.
really.
awesome.
There was some other ones on there like Dred Zeppelin, which was terrible. I mean, they were good.
I would've got
they were,
that one, though.
They were good in a funny way. Because I
Okay.
mean, it was like this Elvis impersonator was the lead singer. He was singing
Yeah.
like Elvis, and they had a bunch of like guys in dreads playing bongos and stuff. I mean, it was kind of funny. But they had this group called, what was it, Purple Rain?
Sorry. I'm getting really close to them.
Something like that. They were Prince, but there was
Yeah.
2 girls. They were terrible,
Oh,
just terrible.
it's terrible, man. Terrible.
And the Britain's Finest, the Beatles, they're on Facebook. They're actually really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, they sound a lot like them. So there you go. And I didn't check out Arrival from Sweden, the ABBA.
Mm.
There you go,
He
Shelley.
does
Actually,
his
you
homework.
did pretty well.
Thank
so
you,
you
honey.
did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You missed David Bowie. So 4.5 out of 7. That's better than 50%.
Yeah, still not
So
great.
you're,
But, what are you
didn't-
going to do?
You didn't fail the class. So there you go. That's what Shelley knows about cover bands.
Sorry to disappoint.
Now, here we got people Zepparella, Red
Oh, there's just a
Zeppelin,
lot of them. You guys are so good.
Meatwood Flack,
Oh my gosh, that's good.
Rock
Rock Sugar.
Rock Sugar. What
Is that Def Leppard?
Rock Sugar? There was another one I almost used, but it was so. Oh, the Guns N' Roses, but it was like really had nothing to do with Guns N' Roses. And I was like,
it's like AR-15 and
no,
something-
it was like really bizarre name. I thought they'll never get that because there was no clue in the name.
Mm,
Brit Floyd, I almost used them, but that's too obvious.
Yeah.
Lord,
Passing
unfortunately,
barely.
You get a passing grade, so that's okay.
See, in my class, then you get to fix the ones you missed for half credit back. So
No. There you
feel
go.
better.
Bums and noses. I don't think that was the name.
Oh my gosh, that is funny.
Ah, Fed leper. Oh my gosh, there's all sorts of them. All
You
right,
guys are gonna be
so
finding all sorts of them, huh?
Shelley, I don't know,
Oh.
Shelley, if you want to hang around for this or not, but
Bigfoot?
this is kind of what
Bigfoot?
we all. Am I forgetting anything?
I don't think so.
We did Shelley know.
Has a list.
Okay. Let's do.
Wait, now we need to. You're getting older, and I worry about your blood pressure. You got a little fired up. I hear on the last one. I'm just saying.
If you're gonna do a cryptid video, put some effort into it. That's all I'm asking.
I understand that, honey, but choose your battles. Choose your battles. You don't need a stroke a couple days before San Diego. I'm just saying.
I expect cryptid videos to be at least as good as Star Trek 5.
See?
That's all
there
I'm
you go.
asking for. No pressure.
Get his blood pressure down.
Okay.
Okay.
Bring on the fake cryptids.
Aww. So sweet.
Oh, that's so nice. Look at I saw that.
That's one.
Police tribute band called Stung. That's pretty good. I like that. That's
Oh
good.
my gosh. Yeah. Okay, hold on. Yeah, we need more likes before Shelley leaves. No, I'll stay. My back's killing, but I'll stay for you guys.
Aaron could use a stroke before San Diego.
Oh,
What the heck? Stroke this.
what the?
What the? That's
What is
almost
happening?
as bad as Asian pleasure sticks. But let's get started on that. I couldn't think of Pocky, so I called them Asian pleasure sticks. And I was like, oh my gosh, what did I just say? So, yeah.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah, hit that like and subscribe. I'm sure you're really motivated to do it now.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. It's time for Not Finding Bigfoot.
That might be why.
Could be.
Mm.
Okay, first one. I want to say this looks okay. I still think it's fake, but it looks. There's some.
Ooh.
I think there's a bit of an effort put in this.
Oh, I see it.
This is just
That's nostrils.
Yeah, well, that's not even the photo.
Oh.
This is actually a pretty clear photo, and it could be doctored. It probably
You
was
might
done in
wanna share.
Photoshop. But I want to get the chat up there. Okay. Oh yeah, I got to share it too. Right?
Yeah.
I'm going. I put it up on screen. How come you guys aren't seeing it? I don't understand. Because you got to push the buttons. Okay, so this is a nose, but it's not the nose I want you to look at. This is the nose I want you to look at.
Okay.
Still not the nose I want you to look at.
No.
This. Here we go.
Oh. Some contacts. That's not bad.
I think it looks pretty good. I mean, it's either a dude in a mask, and it's a pretty good mask, or it's
What's the arrow supposed to be pointing out?
Look at his
Oh.
nose and his eyes. I'm pointing out the
got a
features
bug in
in
his
case.
nose.
Yeah, he's got a bat in the cave there. You might want to take care of that.
I've never heard that.
You've never heard that?
No.
Oh, okay. So I mean, look at it. It's pretty
bad.
good. That's
Yeah.
pretty good. I kind of feel
It's
like
a Wookiee.
I kind of feel like that's legit. Like, in other words, that's an actual photograph. It's not like someone put a Photoshop or something image into a photograph. But I think someone went up with a trail cam, maybe had a mask or something or whatever. But that's pretty well done.
Mm-hmm. The eyes are good.
Yeah. So you get an A for effort on that one for me. And they showed us enough of the face. I don't know what this is. That's a dog, clearly.
Mm.
So that was the first one, kind of warm us up. Think, okay, that doesn't look bad.
Oh my gosh.
Nostril flake. Looks like my dog Harry. Looks kind of
AI, maybe. Yeah.
Maybe it's AI.
There's a
Could
big
be.
thing on Twitter right now about
Could be.
somebody's
Could be.
ISOM art entry. The people are saying it's AI.
We're still talking about rock sugar. What are they saying about AI?
That somebody's doing the art contest,
Oh,
fan art, whatever,
Oh,
for
yeah,
ISOM
they're-
that it was, AI. I don't know.
it's so sad.
Who hurt themselves? Kevin Thomas.
Bigfoot arms.
At least somebody
aren't as
else
hard
gets
as
hurt. I keep saying somebody else needs to take a turn. So thank you, Kevin. Not that I wanted you to get hurt, but man, I'm tired of stuff happening to me. Ooh.
Bigfoot arms aren't as hairy as Aaron's. I want you to rethink that.
And I come to the same conclusion. Thought about it.
What?
I'm just saying.
Okay.
Okay.
Brian Nelson is 100%
Yeah.
AI.
But
Okay.
I mean, there was tons that were saying that. I don't know enough about it to be able. Well, sometimes I can tell, but
Right, I think this is actually a moving picture, which people sometimes would call a motion picture.
not the talkies.
What's it called?
I
I used to
don't
have it. Oh, the Bigfoot 8. Okay, this is interesting. But I think we have an explanation for it. But I still thought it was worth seeing and showing. Okay, are we ready?
Yep.
There's Uranus right there.
Nice.
And
Close
I'm
up.
circling Uranus right now, as you can see.
Oh, that's just not go there. Oh. The mouth is weird.
Okay, now this is one of these videos where it doesn't have like, where did you get this from, right?
Yeah.
And they're saying, some people are saying that there's a documentary done on a ape in some zoo someplace that walks around like a man does, and they did this documentary on him, and they stole that clip from the documentary.
Gotcha.
I don't know if any of that's true or not, but some people are saying no, it's Bigfoot. This is from my backyard. And other people are saying no, it's a documentary of a big gorilla, but you have to admit that's pretty creepy looking.
Yeah.
Regardless, oops,
Really
sorry.
creepy.
Oops, there we go.
There we go. Yeah. The eyes are. Ugh. Okay.
You've seen
One
enough?
more time is not going to make it better.
Yeah, but for you mean?
No, I'm good.
We want some clarity though.
No, I am super clear.
Close your eyes.
Yep.
She's like giving me the
Oh,
look.
sorry, I'm standing up my back.
Brian Norton says,
I'll leave now.
Oh,
Oh.
God, I'm gonna read that, Brian.
Geek.
Geek Avengers $5. Hecklefish from the Y Files called. He wants his mouth
Is
back.
that where that? I don't know what that means, but yeah, the mouth was weird.
Hecklefish.
We're gonna find it though.
Dude, that's obviously Harambe. Who's Harambe? Is that the
I don't
gorilla in
know.
question?
Shelley don't know that part.
Is that the gorilla in question that's in the zoo, the Harambe gorilla?
I don't know.
Well, you know, I just threw it in there because it was actually moving. And you got to, okay, now here,
Yeah.
okay. All right, now this gets an A for effort for me.
Oh.
I'm not saying it's, just the effort is there. So you get a little appreciation
Okay.
for this. Okay, these guys are allegedly out. They heard some strange noises.
Of course.
These guys are out out in the woods at night because that's what most of us do for recreation. We don't go out there to stage videos or anything. And I'm sure these guys did not. They were just out looking strange noises.
Yes, because I always do explore those.
Yeah, especially at night when you have no light, you're in the middle of nowhere. Let's go and see what that noise is. Let's see what these guys found. Looking around. Okay, now, if you see in the distance, you'll see his, there's a lot of wasted time here, sorry, to get to the good stuff. There it is. Okay, so his buddy is standing right there in the
Yeah.
t-shirt. You see him there in the t-shirt?
Yeah, I do.
And he's talking to somebody, and then this happens. Skinwalker attack. And then his buddy runs out with a shovel. Okay, so let's watch this. Now, here's the problem with this video.
Okay.
When I turn the sound on, the acting's not very good. That's part of the problem. Okay, so here's your Skinwalker creeping up on this guy who's just standing there. Apparently doesn't see it until it grabs him right there and takes him down. Now, look at how fast his buddy moved into action with the shovel to defend him. There was no momentary hesitation like, oh my gosh, what just happened? It was like he was ready to go as soon as the thing attacked for
Maybe
the camera.
He saw him first.
Possibly, but I just think it's I think this is
staged.
I think it's very staged. But like I said, the guys are out in the middle of the woods. It's dark. They got their buddy in a white costume. They did the whole thing. The guy came out from the shovel. I mean, you give him an A for effort. That's all I'm saying.
Gotcha. So Harambe was the gorilla that got shot because the child fell in.
Oh,
yeah. So now you know.
Okay. Let's watch one more time because these guys, you know, they put some effort into it. We should watch it. And crawls up and then grabs him.
Yeah, how does he not see him?
Yeah, he's just not reacting to the fact
They should have had him turn the other way.
Yeah, like he was facing the camera.
Yeah.
And it came up from behind him. Maybe he is. Is that? It's blurry. Maybe,
right.
Maybe he is. But anyway, so there's your Skinwalker. Don't go out at night in the woods unless your friend has a white suit on and you guys are all in on it.
And a shovel.
That's right. Let's see. Blair Witch sequel. That was just a bum in a white long underwear. Yeah. Looks like you got him in a full Nelson. That's
hey, Walter.
Oh.
Everybody's a crank.
I love you guys. Well, you know, thank you, Walter, for joining us. That is, of course, ladies and gentlemen, the great Walter Simonson in the chat. Walter's probably seen a few Skinwalkers in his backyard because he's out in the woods.
Seen some stuff.
Some stuff out there. Now, okay, this is another Skinwalker video. Okay, I have these two young men filming. So
Spoiler alert!
This is kind of interesting. So I've saved the best for last, though. You guys will not believe the last thing I'm going to show you. So don't leave early.
You do. Click it.
Yeah, there we go. Okay. All right. So let's watch. Now they're filming these. You see these cattle right here, whatever they are, goats are running, right? So we'll take a look here. And they're like, it gets better. See, they're running
Yep.
from something, right?
Oh no, run away, run away.
Now watch closely as
Oh,
now
that's not a Bigfoot.
it's a skinwalker supposedly, but as you can see, he has long arms like a
Right.
skinwalker, and there's the cattle. And I don't know why they cut to that.
Right.
Okay, now watch again, and you'll notice that he, yes, indeed has corduroy pants on.
What? How can you tell?
Okay, they're not. I don't know if they're corduroy, but doesn't it look like he has pants on?
Yeah.
Okay, so why would a skinwalker look at?
It's winter. I
I
don't
know.
know.
There's no snow on the ground. Look at this. See, look at that black down there.
Mhm.
How come he's not white all the way down through his legs?
Right.
Now he's got the long arms, so it
It
kind of
looks like he has a belt on.
But the other thing is, skinwalkers
Oh.
are supposed to come out at night, right?
Freaks come out at night.
See, look at him here.
Oh.
Do, 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 do.
Yeah.
Bing, 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 bing. It's like an arcade game.
Yep.
Hey, doesn't it look like he has dark pants on?
Hmm.
Right
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah, because his legs should be white.
Yes.
I'm with you.
But I do like the long, and the guy's performance, not great behind
No.
the camera. Got a little better as they went along, but did you see that? You know, kind of thing. And you're like, come on. And this, of course, is a clip from Yellowstone.
Oh, I see.
I guess. I don't know. But anyway, so there you go. Those are
There you have
a
it.
couple skinwalkers because we're getting a little shy on the Bigfoot.
We'll
I've
have to
seen
go
them all
make
at this
some.
point. Yeah, Samantha and I are going to go out and make our own Bigfoot video,
Mhm.
and it'll be more stunning. Okay, but Shelley, what you're about
What?
to see,
Oh, they shocked me.
it has
No.
mystified this household for 48 hours now.
Okay.
So we're going to explain the story to you guys, and you guys draw your own conclusions.
I forgot about this.
I didn't think that I would see
Oh,
strange or paranormal
But
activity
we have
in my
to.
own
I need to
yard.
do a disclaimer.
What's that?
Normally, in normal years, I do tons of flowers, pots, flowers
Oh,
everywhere.
okay.
But the last couple summers,
She's
just
done laid
you know,
out,
last
yeah.
summer was breast cancer. The summer before that, my dad passed, and I just wasn't up for it. Summer before that, I had shoulder surgery. So next summer,
And I will say we have not power washed the deck yet.
no, and so,
So
it's not looking
it-
good,
Right.
But
that's really not the point of the
no,
this.
but it's embarrassing. Okay,
Here we go. All right. So this is the deck. Now,
this is our paver patio.
that is not our umbrella, is it, Shelley?
It is not.
Okay. Now you'll notice that this umbrella that we do not own
Nope.
somehow transported itself into our backyard.
Mhm.
Okay. Now you can say, well, the wind blew it.
The wind
That's
blew it
sure. The wind blew it. But here's the thing.
because the end of it's missing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we talked to our neighbors. It's not theirs.
No,
No one claims it. Okay. So that means it had to have blown over multiple yards to get to our yard. Now we're starting to stretch reality here. Okay. But now here's the biggest thing. If you look closely at this, you'll see Bigfoot's reflection. No, if you look closely, okay, see this right here? That is the leg of the chair. How in the world did that umbrella get underneath the leg of that chair?
that's what inquiring minds want to know.
Okay, so we have theorized that someone came in the middle of the night, planted the umbrella, snuck into our house, and is hiding someplace in the house for
Haven't found
some
him yet.
unknown
Yep.
diabolical reason we've yet
Yep.
to discover.
Hopefully they'll do the laundry. But
We haven't
okay.
found him yet.
No.
So maybe he's not. That's just one theory.
Mhm.
The other theory is that
We did have a fire and high wind warning that night. So my theory was perhaps
go ahead. No, go
No,
ahead. No.
well that somehow okay, the umbrella had to get in the yard by the wind, obviously. And if the wind was so great, maybe it just slightly lifted the chair if it was headed towards the back of the chair, so it's going to tilt it back just a smidge enough at that same exact moment the umbrella goes.
Is that like one of those things where you get those super high windstorms and a piece of straw gets embedded in the tree trunk because the tree expands because of the weather?
No.
And okay, but here's the problem. We had a plastic cup sitting out there on a
yeah.
table and it was not blown over. So
I
how
can't
do we
help
have-
you there.
How do we have enough wind to carry an umbrella into our backyard over the fence It had to crawl
Okay,
up the fence.
but
And
true.
then
Think about surface area.
okay.
The surface area in the umbrella
Yeah.
is greater. The surface area of the back of the chair is greater than the surface area if you think about cross section of the cup.
Okay. So maybe I'll buy that.
I don't know. What do you guys think? He's in the toilet. Skunk ape. For sure.
See that now we're getting someplace.
Yeah.
That's the kind of stuff
a rift in time space continuum.
that's how Bigfoot travels.
I'm
That's
saying it might be Bigfoot.
what
They were on the internet wondering what happened. Haha, got him.
now look at the foil look of the inside of the umbrella. You don't normally see that. Could this be an umbrella from the future? What if someone time traveled to a rip in the fabric of space and time?
Yes.
Left this umbrella as a message to us. But what are they trying to tell us?
I don't know.
Exactly. All kidding aside, how in the heck did that umbrella
Seriously.
get underneath that chair is what I want to know. If someone
I
didn't
think
put it
my
there.
theory is probably as close as we're going to get.
Okay.
However, and since a lot of the weight of the chair is kind of in the back, do you think maybe?
Okay, what about this?
Okay.
Okay, let's throw out. This is what we know for certain.
Okay.
Okay.
That there's an umbrella.
There's an umbrella in our backyard. That's the chairs.
That we seriously need to power wash the
Yeah. Okay. You
paper
can
patio.
see the moss and everything,
Yeah,
but sure. Okay. So, what if? Now we did go out and test the chair, and it is a little unbalanced.
Yes,
it's not, so that
that's
front
true.
leg
Yeah.
could kick up. So what we're saying is the umbrella was carried by strong winds
Mhm.
into our patio, and then it, because it's a circular thing, it blew. You know how they roll, kind of,
Mhm.
and it rolled at the same time the chair was being
So I said
blown
that
up,
perfect
and
timing.
but now it can't escape.
Well, maybe the person who was back there said, "Oh crap! I broke my umbrella. I better keep it here for safekeeping when I come back." And they just put the chair.
This guy remembers 10/8 comics
Yep.
plus and Jim, because he remembers Shelley was Shelley Rogers, investigative reporter in
Yep.
Sludge, and also in the Giant Size Man Thing project that never got published.
Dang it!
Sad.
But isn't that amazing? I looked out there. Oh, you guys were gone. Where'd you go? Saturday. Yeah.
Where do we go Saturday? We
Where were
went
you
to the music thing. I was home the whole day.
Oh, right. No, what? But
Li-
that was not Saturday.
Yeah, it was. It was yesterday.
Hold on. But it was there before, wasn't it?
And we,
So I know I
we
let Husker.
discovered
I
it.
let Husker out, and I'm like,
I discovered
an
it in the
umbrella in
morning.
the
I
backyard.
discovered it in the morning.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
discovered it
gotcha.
in the evening. That
Gotcha.
same day because you were asleep. That's what we
days just
we wanted to go up and
melt for
question
me.
Shelley
I was
because
sleepy.
to see what she may or may not have known about
Right.
this.
And
Perhaps
you
she
woke
saw
me up
something.
just in time for me to get ready for bed.
Yeah,
To go back to bed.
which is true.
Yep.
But we thought perhaps she might have some insight. Maybe she heard something.
Maybe I did it. No,
Well, we didn't think
because I
she
don't have
did
an
it.
umbrella with those colors.
Yeah, because you wouldn't go out and because the handle's broken off the umbrella. So we just thought maybe you knew something. Maybe you.
I know nothing.
And she didn't know anything. So there it sits. It's still in our backyard because I want to see if it can naturally move to someone else's yard without our help. We'll see how long it takes before I get tired of it.
It
throw
might
away.
be next summer by the time we head out there and actually do anything with that patio. It used to be so pretty, flowers everywhere. Oh
But
my
this
gosh.
is exactly what I'm saying. That this is the kind of mystery. This is the kind of clarity.
Intrigue.
Look at how clear that photo is. It's not a blurry photo. This is
Right.
what I want from my Bigfoot and cryptid videos. Is this kind of clarity
Mm.
with this kind of unanswerable mysteries
And
involved.
that kind of effort. Wait, we didn't do anything.
Yeah.
So okay.
But we did. Wait a minute. Hang on a second here. Danny DeVito leaves random umbrellas across the country. You got DeVito'd.
That would be fun.
Wouldn't that be funny?
Yeah.
There was no footprints that we could see coming or going.
Oh,
though.
you checked. Okay.
I did because we have the gravel along the side of the house, and someone might
I
have
hate
left
that
it.
gravel.
So do I. It
Ugh.
did not work out the way it was
No,
supposed to.
not even close.
But anyway, guys, that's
So
those
have
are
a
the
think on
mysteries.
it. Let us know.
Yeah. If you have any
Solve the mystery.
mhm. Everybody seems to think a hipster broke into our backyard and left an
Oh,
umbrella.
it could be.
Could be. It could be.
Yeah.
Anyway, folks, that's the show we have for today.
Whoa!
We stretched it into 2 hours. That's not too bad.
Oh my goodness. Thanks for sticking around. That's
We
crazy.
appreciate it. And I would, again, implore all of you to like and subscribe to this channel if you have not already. And please, if you haven't backed Wraith of God Blood Hunters, give it a look. The link is in the description of this video. I think maybe you'll like what you
share
find. We want to thank the great Walter Simonson for joining us on this Sunday evening. I don't know if we'll be seeing Walter in San Diego or not. He sometimes is not big on traveling cross country, so maybe he'll be there, maybe he won't. I guess there'll be a mystery until we find out. But
well, and have fun. I won't be there.
Shelley will
So
not
you
be there.
should
She's
have
watching
fun.
the dog and my mom and our daughter, and it'll be a house full of women and a dog. And I
Awesome.
will be
And so no show
stranded in
next
San
week.
Diego. Yeah, so there won't be a show because I'll be traveling. There won't be any
And
graybeards.
exciting. I have an epidural the next day. Oh,
good
Lord.
time.
I've never been so excited to have a needle in my back.
Yeah, well, that's cortisone, so it'll give you some relief from that back pain.
Yes.
So there won't be any graybeards. There's
Thank you,
no
Squiz.
professionals. It's just dead week, basically.
Uh-oh.
So just act like you're prepping
Go
for a
back
test.
and watch some other ones,
That's
maybe.
right. That's right.
The one with David is the thumbnail, his face.
Yeah.
That was a funny one.
Was it?
I think
It was a
that was
while
the Peanuts one.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was good. So anyway, thank you guys for joining us. We appreciate it. Obviously, we could not do the show without your support, and we greatly appreciate you taking time off in your Sunday afternoons to join us for a little fun and frivolity.
Very little.
Very little
But
humor and
we-
very little entertainment, but we are
we enjoy
here.
it.
We are here for you. Thanks, guys, and we will see you next
When
week.
we see ya.
jump over that
See
week,
ya
San
when we
Diego.
see ya.
Yeah, when we get back. So thank you.
We might have to do some reporting from San Diego.
I'll do what I
We do a
can, but
quick
you know
one.
I'm technologically challenged, so I'll do what I can.
Okay.
All right. Thanks, folks. We
Bye,
will see you
guys.
soon. Bye.
Have a good one.